here's to you, Mrs. Robinson. Jesus loves you more than you will know. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. Hey, what's going on? This is David Potts with Song Notes, and coming at you today with a lesson for Mr. Robinson by Simon and Garfunkel. This is going to be an easy version, a campfire version. I'm going to break down just the chords and the strumming pattern, right? I'm going to give you just those fundamental building blocks to make this a really beginner-friendly lesson, okay? I do have a separate lesson for some advanced stuff, some of the runs and some of the fills, if you want to check that stuff out. And I also have a cover where I do the whole song beginning to end. So check those out, but let's get to this lesson, okay? So again, looking at this song, what we're looking at here is 4 verses and 4 choruses. Now they each use the same, each verse uses the same chord progressions. Each chorus uses the same chord progressions, right? And in between each chorus and each new verse, you have a little filler section, which is just the chord of E. So I'm going to show you the verse, I'm going to show you the chorus, I'm going to show you the E chord, and I will show you a little bit of an Easter egg of that at the very end of the lesson. But otherwise, let's get into this. Now, I'm doing this with no capo. So if you want to play along with the Simon and Garfunkel version, you will need to add a capo on the 2nd fret or play in a different key. I'm not going to show you how to play it in a different key, and I'm not going to show it with a capo. I think that without a capo, this version sounds just fine. I think it's nice not to have to put a capo on, but just a reminder there. If you do want to play along with the album, put on a capo. So otherwise, let's dive right into the heart of this song, which I think is the chorus. So that is the, and here's to you, Mrs. Robinson. Jesus loves you more than you will know. Oh, oh, oh. God bless you, please, Mrs. Robinson. Heaven holds a place for those who pray. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Okay, so starting with this one, let's look at the chords we're going to need here. Now you'll see that if you map out this progression, the chord progressions used here, we have a G, an E minor, and that repeats, G to E minor, and then we're going to be on C for 2 measures, and then D for 2 measures. And you're going to repeat that. However, you're going to, after doing the C for 2 measures, the second time through, you're going to go to an A minor for 2 measures, okay? So let's look at those 4 chords right now. First we have a G, which is 3rd fret, 2nd fret, open, 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 3rd. So that's all 6 strings, okay? So an E minor is going to be open, 2nd, 2nd, open, open, open. Okay? A C is going to be start on the 5th string, 3rd, 2nd, open, 1st, open. Okay? A D will be starting on the 4th string, open, 2nd, 3rd, 2nd. Only play the 4 strings closest to the ground, okay? And finally that A minor. Very similar to a C. It's 5 strings only, open, 2nd, 2nd, 1st, open. Okay? So you have those chords. I think it's 5 chords total. Basically what we're going to do is, for each measure, we're going to do 4 counts. Now every time you see a chord name here, so G, E minor, C, D, A minor, that designates 1 measure. And every time you see a slash, that means repeat the same chord you were just playing for 1 additional measure. So basically we have G for 1 measure, E minor for 1 measure, G for 1 measure, E minor for 1 measure, C for 2 measures, D for 2 measures. Now why I bring this up is each measure is going to be 4 counts, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I'm bringing this up because of strumming pattern. How are we going to play these chords? Now, with those 4 counts for each measure, here's a few different ways to approach strumming. If you're just starting out guitar and you want to keep things as simple as possible, just do a single down strum on each count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So if you were to do that, it would be, and here's to you, Mrs. Robinson. Heaven holds a place for those who pray. Just doing 4 down strums for each measure. And that you say, Mrs. Robinson. Okay? If you want to take it a step further, what I recommend doing is playing a down strum on only the second and the fourth beat. Or you can do a down strum on all four, but accent the second and the fourth beat. And by accent, I mean play it a little bit stronger. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if you want to take it one step further, what I recommend doing is a down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. However, keep your accent on the second and the fourth beat. So down, down, up, down, up, 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 down, down, up. Okay, so let's do that whole chorus section, and with that down, down, up, down, up. And here's to you, Mrs. Robinson. Jesus loves you more than you will know. Oh, oh, oh. What's that you say, Mrs. Robinson? Heaven holds a place for those who pray. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Okay, so let's take those strumming patterns with us for the rest of the song, okay? Now, after that chorus ends, you're going to land on an E. An E chord is open, second, second, first, open, open. Play all 6 strings. Now, an E chord is technically how this song begins, okay? And you play it at the very beginning, and you play it after each chorus, okay? So down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up. Okay? Now, I will show you this little riff. There was the tabs if you want to sort of pick it apart for yourself, but I do cover it at the end of this lesson, and I really cover it in my sort of more advanced lesson with the runs and fills, where I do a bit more. I kind of show you how to play it and strum at the same time. I'm not going to cover that in this lesson, so check out my other video if you want to see that. But otherwise, for the E, you just do the simple strumming pattern, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down. And you use this as your break before you start the next verse. Now let's look at the verse. So the verse has a few more chords that are new to us here. So we have the E, which we already learned, but let's look at this E7 we have. So you start with your E, open, second, second, first, open, open. But you're going to put your pinky finger down on the 3rd fret of the B string. So open, second, second, first, third, open. And what I recommend practicing is going from a regular E to an E7. Okay? And likewise, you have an A, open, second, 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 open, to an A7, which is open, second, open, open. And then you're going to have some of the chords we've already learned before, which is the D, the G, the C, A minor. We already know those from the chorus, okay? An E, which we already know from the sort of break. Now a D7 is open, second, first, second. So a reminder, regular D is open, second, third, second. D7 is open, second, first, second. So D7, D, D7, D. Okay, so those are the chords we need. Now what does this verse sound like? So I'm going to do a quick playthrough using that simple strumming pattern of what the verse sounds like. So. We'd like to know a little bit about you for our fight. We'd like to help you learn to help yourself. Look around you, all you see are sympathetic eyes. Stroll around the grounds until you feel at home. And here's to you, Mrs. Robinson. Okay, so let's look at what's happening there. Again, looking at these chord mappings, We're going to be on E and E7, both of those, for 5 beats total. Sorry, 5 measures total. Okay, remember, each measure is 4 counts. So that is this first line here, which is, we'd like to know a little bit about you for our files. So you're going to play, you're going to play a regular E for 3 measures, and then an E7 for 2 measures. So, we'd like to know a little bit about you for our E7. And then A for the same thing. With A, though, you're not going to do 5 measures total. You're only going to do 4. 2 of regular A and 2 of A7. So, we'd like to help you learn to help yourself. And then you're going to do 1 measure each of D, G, C, and then you're going to go to an A minor, which will stay on for 2 measures. So, D to G, then to C, and A minor again, and then E for 2, and then D7 for 2. Okay? Again, I recommend using the lyrics as a guide, with the chords over the lyrics, but also using these sort of chord mappings as a guide, because if you can kind of memorize what you're doing here and how long you're staying on each chord, you really can, memorize things a bit easier, okay? So that's all you need for this verse, and basically you're going to use that same chord progression here for every verse in the song, just like you'll use the chorus I showed you for every chorus in the song. Now the lyrics will change, but you basically use the same strumming and the same sort of chord progression for each section, okay? Now, if you want to get to some of the runs and the fills and the licks that you hear, specifically some of the stuff like... I'll show you that in my other lesson. I'll also show you the... I'll show you that, and I'll also show you in the chorus how you can be like, Mrs. Robinson, Jesus loves you more than you will know. That little walk down for the C and the D, I'll show you that in the other lesson as well. I want to keep this lesson short. But otherwise, before I go, the one thing I'll show you is for that little E. If you do want to play the thing going on right here, here's the tab for it. A simple version of this would be start with a regular E chord, okay? Now what's going on there is I'm playing a low E string to start with, then I'm playing an open A string, and then I put my middle finger down where it normally goes for the E. So this is the first 3 notes. And then the 4th and 5th note are on the D string, open, 2nd fret, open, 2nd fret. So okay? So in the other lesson I do, I'm going to break down the timing of this, specifically how the beats that these exact notes come on. Basically, if you're looking at 8 counts, it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 it's really tough rhythm. Paul Simon is so good at guitar. Learning the song is really an exercise in humility. So otherwise, I hope this was helpful. Hopefully it gave you what you needed to get started with this song. Again, if you want to take it further, check out my other lessons. But thanks for watching. Again, this is David Potts with Song Notes. Check out my website. Subscribe to this channel if you like what you hear. And let me know if you have any questions or comments below. Thank you very much. And here's to you, Mrs. Robinson. Jesus loves you more than you will know. Whoa, God bless you, please, Mrs. Robinson. Heaven holds a place for those who pray. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. We'd like to know a little bit about you for our files. We'd like to help you learn to help yourself. Look around you, all you see are sympathetic eyes. Stroll around the grounds until you feel at home. And here's to you, Mrs. Robinson. Jesus loves you more than you will know. Whoa, whoa, whoa. God bless you, please, Mrs. Robinson. Heaven holds a place for those who pray. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Hide in a hiding place where no one ever goes. Put it in your pantry with your cupcakes. It's a little secret, just the Robinson's affair. Most of all, you've got to hide it from the kids. Cuckoo-cuckoo, Mrs. Robinson. Jesus loves you more than you will know. Whoa, whoa, whoa. God bless you, please, Mrs. Robinson. Heaven holds a place for those who play. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Sitting on a sofa on a Sunday afternoon, going to the candidates' debate. Laugh about it, shout about it when you've got to choose. Every way you look at this, you lose. Where have you gone, Joe DiMaggio? Our nation sends its lonely eyes to you. Boo, boo, boo. What's that you say, Mrs. Robinson? Joltin' Joe has left and gone away. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey.